Welcome to Eye the Tigers News. I'm Josh Yurden. Thanks for joining us for the news we've been following for you. The Senate on Wednesday confirmed Senator Jeff Sessions to be Attorney General in the Trump administration, despite fierce Democratic opposition to the Alabama Republican over his record on civil rights and immigration. The 52-47 nearly party-line vote capped weeks of divisive battles over Sessions, an early supporter of President Donald Trump and one of the Senate's most conservative lawmakers. After the vote was announced, Sessions' Republican colleagues applauded the outcome, while barely a handful of Democrats did the same. President Donald Trump on Wednesday slammed the court that is deliberating his immigration and refugee executive order as being, quote, so political, part of a relentless pounding of the judiciary branch that promoted a rebuke from his nominee for the Supreme Court. Speaking to a group of police chiefs, Trump said his immigration order was, quote, done for the security of our nation. He quoted from the portion of the immigration law that he said gave him the power to enact the ban, calling it, quote, beautifully written, and saying a bad high school students would understand this. Trump's Supreme Court nominee, Neil Gorsuch, reportedly responded to the president's comments, saying, quote, demoralizing and disheartening. Trump's comments come as the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals is weighing the appeal of his executive order on immigration, including a temporary travel ban on people from 7 Muslim-majority countries. In a hearing Tuesday, judges on the appeals court challenged the administration's claim that the ban was motivated by terrorism fears, but also questioned an attorney's argument that it unconstitutionally targeted Muslims. President Trump was unable to separate the presidency from his family's business yesterday, whereas other presidents took pains to avoid even the appearance of using their office for private gain. Trump is pushing the limits. He met the Indian business partners before his inauguration and decided to hold onto his company while expanding his hotel brand. On Wednesday, he added to a string of presidential firsts and drew the fire from ethics lawyers with a Twitter attack on Nordstrom. The Seattle-based retailer earned Trump's ire by dropping his daughter Ivanka's clothing and accessory line. The implication, intended or not, hurt my daughter's business and the Oval Office will come after you, Trump said. The developer of the Dakota Access Pipeline has promised to quickly resume construction of the long-delayed project that would route oil under a North Dakota reservoir, even as American Indian activists vowed to take legal action to protect their water supply. The Army granted Energy Transfer Partners formal permission Wednesday to lay pipe under Lake Oahe, clearing the way for completion of the 1,200-mile, $3.8 billion pipeline. Work has been stalled for months due to opposition by the Standing Rock Sioux and a prolonged court battle between the developer and the Army Corps of Engineering that oversees the federal land where the last segment of the pipeline will be laid. A powerful, fast-moving storm swept through the northeastern U.S. Thursday, making for a slippery morning commute and leaving some residents bracing for blizzard conditions and more than a foot of snow. Commuters in the densely populated region awoke to mind-blown snow less than 24 hours after enjoying spring-like temperatures and faced slick highways. Forecasters said Thursday's weather had the potential to be the most powerful storm that some areas have seen in a mostly snow-free winter. The National Weather Service predicted that the Boston area and eastern Maine could get 12 to 18 inches of snow, and a blizzard warning has been issued for all of Long Island until 6 p.m. That storm system dropped a dusting of snow over us overnight. What impact will the storm have going forward? Here's Alexis with the forecast.
That nor'easter storm that's shutting down travel along the northeast coast will cause the winds aloft to shift beginning this evening. The west-northwest wind direction will set up a perfect situation for lake-effect snow. A lake-effect snow advisory has been issued beginning tonight and lasting until tomorrow afternoon. Recent data shows the likelihood of the heaviest snow will be in the southwest portions of Oswego County. Because of the wind direction, the bands will set up over a shorter fetch over Lake Ontario, keeping snow totals between 6 to 8 inches. The wind and cold will be the real story for us. We'll only be in the upper teens Thursday and Friday, and both days, winds will be steady, leading to wind chills near zero. There is some relief after a quick system comes through Friday night, giving us some light snow before shifting the wind direction from the south. High temps for Saturday will approach the mid-40s. We could see some on and off rain showers. Sunday looks like a mixed bag of weather. We start with some rain, then some freezing rain, and then some snow showers, before we turn to all snow Sunday night. That's a look at our forecast. Have a great weekend. I'm Alexis.
The New York Knicks have struggled most of the year on the court. Now they're having a tough time off it. Here's Mr. Charbonneau with the news in sports.
Things have rarely been more weird than Wednesday, when former New York great Charles Oakley was arrested during the Madison Square Garden main event card, pitting team president versus star player and beloved former player versus loathed team owner. Once the fighting was over, there was yet another loss on the basketball court, as the Knicks fell to 22-32 overall after their 119-115 loss to the LA Clippers. But the game result was just the third story behind Oakley's altercation and then ejection, and the latest drama in the Phil Jackson-Carmelo Anthony saga. A federal judge on Wednesday urged the NFL retirees to register for a concussion settlement that could cost the league $1 billion over the next 65 years. Now, there's about 22,000 retirees who are encouraged now to get baseline neurological testing. The league expects more than 6,000 of these former players to eventually be diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's disease. The Syracuse Orange basketball will look to keep its 5-game win streak moving when it travels to Pittsburgh on Saturday, a team the Orange manhandled last month in the Carrier Dome. Now, Pitt comes into the game at 13-11 overall and off a victory over Boston College for only its second conference win. Still, the Peterson Center at Pittsburgh has traditionally been a difficult place for Syracuse to play. Tip time is Saturday, 1 o'clock. And again, Mexico Wrestling, they've got a big weekend coming up as several of its athletes are seated in the Section 3 Wrestling Championships at OCC on this Saturday. The winners, they're assured a spot in the state championship tourney in Albany the last weekend of February. And again, Jaden Allen, Mike Ladd, Dean Shambo, Curtis Diamond, and Brandon Gracie, they're all seated in the top 4 of their respective weight classes. Tonight, Section 3 girls indoor track and the boys take to OCC for the sectional championship. Boys swimming and diving, they get underway on Saturday at Nottingham. And finally, the boys basketball team, they need one more win to qualify for sectional play. They'll hope to get that win against Auburn at home on Friday night. That's it in sports. We all hope you have a great weekend.
We should first reach out and congratulate Ms. Bigelow on those students who organized today's True Beauty Project. There will be a New Visions presentation in the Hungerford Library on February 14th during 5th block for students interested in New Visions their senior year. Interested students should stop in the student services. Juniors and seniors should also stop into student services if they are interested in attending a college fair at OCC later this month. The French Club is sponsoring the 26th annual semi-formal dance on Friday, March 3rd, from 8 to 11 p.m. for all of high school students. This year's theme is the White Knight of Paris. Tickets are available from French Club members and are on sale now. Students are reminded that there are no classes Friday this week due to Staff Development Day. And finally, as of Saturday, February 11th, don't forget to dial 315 before every district phone number and before every phone number you dial in the 315 area code. The change is due to the new area code overlay issued by the New York State Public Service Commission for the geographic area served by the 315 area code. If you do not dial 315 before any 7-digit phone number in the area code, you will not be able to complete your call. That's it for us today. We're back at it again here on Monday. For the staff on Eye on the Tigers News, I'm Josh. Have a great day.